So once pfSense ISO file is extracted, now we will create a new virtual machine to install pfSense. So click on this new button in Oracle VirtualBox. Give some name to this machine. We will give it as pfSense Firewall. Make sure it is stored on some other drive. If you have only C drive, it's okay. But if you have other drives, prefer to store the machine in some other drive where you have sufficient space, because the machines will consume a lot of space and then your C drive will get full. So give some name to this machine. Now don't select the ISO image right now. Here it is the operating system. The default is Microsoft Windows, but pfSense Firewall is based on Linux. So we'll select Linux here, and in the OS distribution, select the drop down and select Ubuntu option. So automatically Ubuntu 64 will be there. Now next, here you have to specify the number of CPUs. We will keep it as 2. The base memory we will keep it as 4 GB. So select 4096 MB and 2 CPUs. Now in case of hard disk, select that option, specify virtual hard disk, click on that particular arrow to expand it. So here by default it is 25 GB. Let's make it as 50 GB because we will be installing Snort and Squid proxy later on this particular machine. So make it 50 GB and then click finish to create the virtual machine. So this virtual machine is created. Now we have to add one more network adapter to this particular machine. So right click and go to settings. Now the second adapter is required because the firewall will be connecting to internet by using one adapter, and the second adapter will be connected into the LAN, so that LAN computers can send data to firewall and then firewall will send it to the internet, and in between it will be doing the monitoring job. So once you are into the settings of this virtual machine, come to this network part. The first adapter is in the NAT mode. In the NAT mode, the machine will get internet. So by using this adapter, firewall will access the internet. Now we require an adapter for our LAN side network. So click on the adapter 2, select this particular checkbox, and in this attach to, click here in the drop down box and select host only adapter. So whatever is the IP address assigned to this host adapter, it will be the default gateway for all our LAN computers. So click OK. Now this is where your virtual machine is ready. Now you can start the installation. But as we do with the physical computer, you insert a CD or DVD to install the operating system. Same way here, we have to insert a CD DVD, but we don't have a physical CD DVD. Instead of that, we have an ISO image. So again, right click on the virtual machine, go to the settings, and in the settings tab, go to the storage. In the storage, here you will find a CD icon. Click on that. Currently it is empty. Now once you select it, on the right hand side, you get this CD icon. Click on it, select choose a disk file, and then select the folder where you extracted the pfSense ISO file. I have downloaded it extracted it in C:\downloads folder. So select that ISO image and click open. So now the CD is attached. So indirectly you have inserted the CD-ROM into this machine. So click OK. Now click on this start button to start the installation. It will take a bit time to start the virtual machine. So as soon as the virtual machine starts, You can click on these and close those notifications. You can expand. By default you will not get a full screen, so again close all these notifications. If you want a bigger screen, what you can do is you can go to view and say scaled mode and then expand it, so you'll get a full screen mode. So now once you start this, you will get this particular license agreement. Click on accept, press enter. Here mouse will not work, so you'll have to use the keyboard only. So we have to install the pfSense. It is already selected, so press enter again, press enter. Now this is where it will ask you select the WAN interface. Normally the WAN interface is the interface that connects the firewall to the internet. Now the first network card that we have attached is in the NAT mode, and that adapter connects the machine to the internet. So the first adapter will be our WAN interface. So it is EM0, it has automatically detected that. So click OK. So press enter. Now here we don't have to do anything, it will be on the DHCP. Keep all the default options and press enter. Now here please select the LAN interface. So automatically the only available interface is the second one. So we will select the second one and click OK. Now here we don't have to do anything. We will keep all the things as it is right now. We will change it after the installation. So just press enter again. Now this is where it says that it has detected all these things, LAN interface. So just press enter. So now it will verify the internet connection. It will try to reach to these NetGate servers. We are going to install C, that is Community Edition. So press enter. Now file system will keep all it as default. So again press enter. Here also you don't have any other options. Press enter. Now this is the 50 GB hard disk. It detected automatically. So it will install pfSense on this. So press enter. So last chance. So it will destroy everything. Anyway, the hard disk is a blank one. It's a new one. So no data is there. So that's why we are okay with it. So again press enter to continue. So it will format the hard disk, create the partitions and start the installation. Now it is asking which version of pfSense you want to install. Of course we want to install the current version. So that's why select keep the default one, whatever is there. Press enter. So now it will start installation. It may take a bit time. Once it downloads all those packages, it will be installing it. It may take a lot of time based on your internet connection. Once the installation is done, you will get this particular screen. Press enter. Now it will show you it will require a reboot. Press enter to reboot the system. Okay. Now while the pfSense is restarting, close this particular machine. By default it will boot from the CD-ROM drive. That is why we require to remove the CD-ROM or detach the CD-ROM from the machine so that it will boot from the hard disk. So once the machine stops, go to this settings of this machine, go to the storage, select this particular CD-ROM here and select remove disk from virtual drive. So there should be no ISO image attached to this particular machine. Then click OK and then start the pfSense firewall. Otherwise it will boot from the CD-ROM and it will start the installation again. And we don't want it to start from the CD-ROM. That is why remove the CD-ROM first. If you get the install option, it means it has started from the CD-ROM. So make sure CD-ROM is removed from your virtual machine. Now here it takes a lot of time. Now pfSense Firewall provides you a web-based interface. So normally you don't have to do anything from the screen. This is how, once you get these options, it means pfSense Firewall is installed properly. Now the first thing that you have to find out is what is the WAN address. So here make sure that your WAN interface has got some IP address, and similarly the LAN IP address will be by default 192.168.1.1. Now this address we have to change it because this is a default 1.1 address, but in case of our Oracle VirtualBox, the address for the host only network card will be different. It's a default one. So we want to give the address in that particular range. In production environment, on the physical machine, you may give IP address, whatever IP address you have planned for your LAN network. Now to assign IP address to the LAN interface, we first need to find out that what IP addresses or what network address is used for the host only adapter by the Oracle VirtualBox. So open the Oracle VirtualBox. You may have to press the right side control key to release the mouse. So press that right side control key and then click on the Oracle VirtualBox Manager window. Go to File, go to Tools, and in this Tools option, you will find the Network option. So click on the Network option. This is where you have host only networks. This is the default host only network. Click on that, and if you see, it is using the 56 range, that is 192.168.56.0 network address. So now we will assign one of this address. So let's take it as 56.10, which is easy to remember. So now come back to your pfSense firewall. Now here you have to type 2, that is set interfaces IP address option. So press 2. Now we want to set the IP address for our LAN interface. So again select 2 or type 2. Now configure IP address LAN interface via DHCP. No, we don't want DHCP. We have to assign manual IP. That is why press N. Now enter the new LAN IP v4 address. Here we are going to type the 56.10. If your range is different, then you can type that particular range IP address. So instead of 192.168.56, if it is 192.168.65, you can type that. Okay, but normally Oracle VirtualBox takes 192.168.56 series commonly. Now next press enter. So it will ask you for the subnet mask for this network. It is 24, so type 24 and press enter. Now for LAN address, we don't want to give any gateway because it is the gateway. The machine is acting as a gateway itself, so we don't want to enter anything. So press enter here. Now for IPv6, we don't want to use IPv6, so type no, N. Again press enter here. It is written, press enter for none. So no IPv6 address. So do you want to enable DHCP server? So if you want your clients to get IP address from this pfSense, you can press Y. Okay, but here we don't want to start DHCP server, so we'll say no. Now do you want to revert HTTP as web configurator protocol? No, we don't want HTTP, we want HTTPS. So that's why type N here, press enter. So now it will show you this is the IP address 56.10 assigned. So press enter. So now on the screen in the LAN interface, make sure the IP address that you assigned is shown there. So it is showing 192.168.56.10. Now we will try to access the web interface. So again, you may have to press the right side control on your main Windows. Open any browser and in the browser just type 192.168.56.10. Type this, you will get a warning message. This is because it's HTTPS, but the certificate given is not a valid one. Valid in the sense, from the browser point, it is not a known certificate. So click on advanced and click on accept the risk and continue. This is how you have got the pfSense web interface. The default username is admin and the password is in small pfSense. Whatever is written here, same password you have to give. pfSense and click sign in. So initial setup wizard will start. So click next. Click next on this window. Now this is where you can assign a name to this particular host. We will keep it as pfSense only. This is where if you have any domain, you can specify your domain name. If you have any specific DNS servers, you can assign those DNS servers. If your ISP has given you some DNS IP addresses, you can specify them. Okay, but currently the whatever is the NAT side, we will use that automatically. So click next. Now this is the time server and this is the time zone. You have to select a proper time zone. So scroll down to Asia, Kolkata. It will be above. So scroll up. And now in the Asia, go to scroll down till you get Asia, Kolkata. So set the time zone as per your country, your area. Click next. Now this is where it is asking for the WAN interface. Yes, by default, our WAN interface will be on DHCP. But if your ISP requires a username password to be given, then you can select the PPPoE. So based on what type of internet connection you have, how you require to connect to internet, based on that you have to select the configuration type. So here it's DHCP. Scroll down. Here you will get the next option. But before that, these two check boxes. Now this checkbox blocks any RFC1918, that is your private IP addresses, from entering into your network. So from outside, from internet side, if any private IP is coming up, it will block that. So click next. This is the LAN IP address. We are going to keep it as it is. So click next. This is the admin password. Now provide a good password for this. It is not recommended to use the default ones. So change that. Click next and click reload. If you want, you can click on the check for updates, but this is a newly installed, so it will check for updates. So this is how you have installed the pfSense firewall. We will look the configuration part in next video. Thank you.